Okay, so if you've ever stayed up until 2 in the morning trying to make a PowerPoint look like it wasn't made in 5 minutes, this video is for you. Because today we're talking about an AI tool called Smallppt, and honestly, I went in pretty skeptical. I mean, there are like 100 AI presentation makers out there right now, and most of them feel kind of the same. So I wanted to actually dig into this one and see if it's different or if it's just another tool riding the AI wave. Let's get into it. So what is Smallppt exactly? In simple terms, it's an AI powered platform that turns your ideas, like literally just a topic or a rough outline, into a finished, polished PowerPoint deck. And they're not shy about the numbers either. We're talking over 10 million registered users and more than 120 million slides generated through the platform. That's a lot of slides, like a genuinely huge number. And it's sitting at a 4.8 rating, which, for a tool people use for actual work in school, that's pretty solid. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The core feature, the thing most people come here for, is the one-click AI generation. You basically give it a topic, maybe a few details about what you want, and the AI builds the entire structure for you. Not just the text either. We're talking layout, design, the whole thing. So instead of you sitting there for an hour deciding where to put a bullet point, the AI just does it. And honestly, that's the dream, right? Less waiting, more actually getting your presentation ready in minutes instead of hours. But okay, let's say you already have content, like maybe you've got a Word doc or some notes or even an old presentation you want to redo. This is where the import feature comes in. You drop your file in and the AI automatically pulls out the key points. No manual copy pasting, no reformatting everything by hand. It reads your file, figures out what matters, and turns that into a custom presentation based on what you gave it. To be fair, this is the feature I think a lot of students and busy professionals are going to love the most. Because let's be real, nobody wants to manually rebuild a report into slides at 11 at night. And then there's the template library, which I have to say is pretty massive. We're talking templates across pretty much every industry you can think of, business, education, you name it. So you're not stuck with one generic look. And if you do pick a template and then change your mind halfway through, there's actually a one-click template swap feature. So you can switch the entire visual style of your deck without losing your content, which honestly is such a small thing, but it saves so much frustration. You know what I mean? Like we've all been there, built half a deck, hated the theme, and just didn't have the energy to start over. Now, beyond just slides, Smallppt also bundles in a few AI productivity tools. There's an AI writer that helps you generate or rewrite text content fast, so if you're stuck on wording, it just gives you clean, ready-to-use text. There's a text summarizer too, which pulls the key points out of long documents in seconds. So if you've got like a 30-page report and you just need the highlights for a meeting, this thing chews through it fast. And they're also building out an AI PDF tool, an AI chat feature, and an AI mind map tool. So it's clearly trying to be more than just a PowerPoint maker. It's positioning itself as this whole AI productivity hub, which, okay, I didn't expect that, but it actually makes sense as a business move. There's also a collaboration side to it, which is aimed more at teams. You can edit in real time with other people, comment on slides, manage who has access, basically the stuff you'd expect from a modern cloud tool. So if you're working with a team and you need 3 people editing the same deck without sending 5 different versions back and forth over email, that's covered here too. Now let's talk pricing because, and I have to say, this is where you really need to pay attention. There's a pro monthly plan around $20 a month. There's an unlimited monthly plan at about $30 a month. Then there's the annual unlimited plan, which works out to roughly $16.66 a month if you pay yearly. And that one's actually a pretty noticeable discount compared to paying monthly. And then there's a lifetime plan too, which is a one-time payment for permanent access. So basically, you've got options whether you want to commit short term or just pay once and be done with it forever. And to be honest with you, most of these plans unlock the same core stuff. Real-time editing, unlimited access to the template library, instant slide generation, smart layouts that design themselves, and basically all the AI productivity tools wrapped into one place. So the real decision isn't really which features do I get, it's more how often am I actually going to use this. So who is this actually for? Honestly, students I think are going to get a ton of value here. If you've got a presentation due in zero time, dropping your notes in and letting the AI build the slides is a massive time saver. Teachers too, and this one stood out to me because one of the reviews from a middle school teacher basically said making lesson slides used to take hours and now it's fast and still looks professional. That's a real use case, not just marketing fluff. And then on the business side, marketing teams, IT managers, admin assistants, basically anyone who has to turn messy information into a clean, client-ready deck on a deadline. Now, is it perfect? Look, no AI tool is. The thing to keep in mind with any AI-generated presentation, this one included, is that you'll probably still want to go in and tweak the wording here and there, just to make sure it actually sounds like you and not like a generic AI summary. AI is great at structure and speed, but that final 10% of personality and nuance, that's still on you. So think of small PPT less as a replace yourself tool and more as a skip the boring 80% tool, which honestly is exactly what most of us actually need. So final verdict, if you're someone who regularly has to make presentations, whether that's for school, for work, for client pitches, whatever, small PPT is genuinely worth trying, especially since you can start for free and see if it fits your workflow before paying anything. It's fast, it's surprisingly flexible with the import and template switching features, and it doesn't stop at just slides. You're getting writing and summarizing tools thrown in too. Is it going to replace a professional designer for like a huge corporate keynote? Probably not entirely. But for 90% of the presentations regular people make, this thing absolutely gets the job done and it gets it done fast. Alright, that's the review. If you found this helpful, drop a like and let me know in the comments if you want me to test out some of the other AI tools in this space and compare them head to head. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.